Guru Gurangandharita Giridhari Radhalalit Madhav Juki Jai Radharaman Bihari Radhavinod Bihari Radhanan Bihari Juki Jai Shri Govinda Gopinath Madanamaham Juki Jai Radhadamadara Dashyama Sundarada Gokulananda Radharaman Juki Jai Krishna Balaram Maharaj Ki Jai The Prishta Om Vishnu Pada Stutra Satyashman Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Om Vishnu Pad Parivraja Kacharya Stutra Satyashman Bhaktivedanta Madhusudan Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Rupanuga Gaudiya Guru Varga Ki Jai Prishta Vishnu Pad Shrimad Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Prishta Vishnu Pad Stutra Shrimad Bhakti Kamal Govinda Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Prishta Vishnu Pad Shrimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Shri Rup Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath Shri Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Shri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gurave Gurachandraya Radhikaya Tadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namah Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namah Anandalilamaya Vigrahaya Mabadivicha Sundaraya Tasmai Mahaprema Rasa Pradaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste Nityananda Namastubhyam Premananda Pradayane Kalo Kalmashanashaya Janopataye Namaha Ajanulambita Bhujo Kanakavadatu Sankirtanaya Kapitaro Kamalaya Taksho Vishwambaro Dijoro Jugadharma Pala Vande Jagat Priya Karo Karunavataru Kanakajaladagatro Nilashonab Janetro Mrigamadavaravala Malati Kundamala Tarala Taruna Vesha Nilapitambaresha Smarani Britani Kunje Radhika Krishna Chandra Samsara Duka Jaladopatitasya Kama Krodati Nagramakaraikavali Kritasya Durvasinam Nigaditasya Nirashrayasya Chaitanya Chandra Mamadehi Padavalamam Kala Kalir Balina Indriya Vairivarga Shri Bhakti Margeha Kantaka Koti Ruddha Ha Kvayami Vikala Kimaham Karomi Chaitanya Chandra Dinadya Kripam Karoshi Chaitanya Chandra Mama Hritkumadam Vikasha Hridyam Videhi Nija Chintana Bringarangai Kincha Paradati Miram Nibidham Viduya Padamritam Sadayapaya Durgatam Tavaivasmi Najivami Tvaya Vina Iti Vigyarade Tvam Nayamam Chiranantiki Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. First of all, my unlimited Dandavat Pranams to the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev, Nikhil Prishta Vishnupad Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, my Shiksha Gurudeva Swami Vishnupada Stutra Satya Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Madhusudan Goswami Maharaj Srimati Krishna Priyata Kurani, lotus feet of Nikhil Prishta Vishnupad Srimad Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Kamal Govinda Goswami Maharaj, all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis here in Chandrika Kunja, as well as those who are watching us online or in recording, Dandavat Pranam. So today is the last class for the internal circle, and generally in the programs in Chandrika Kunj Hastings this time. And during two last evenings, we were discussing the teachings of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, especially according to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's Shlok Aradhya Bhagavan Vrajeshatanayas. So in Bhajana-rahasya, the confidential secrets of Bhajan, Sachidananda Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has given us the method which was introduced by Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. It's a wonderful presentation, which is very many faced, right? Multifaceted. So we can see how Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu's method of bhajan is working. So it is presented in the 8 yamas in Bhajana-rahasya. 8 yamas. So in 8 methods of bhajan. We'll speak a bit later about that, but first of all, according to the tradition, the short glorification of the author, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Sachidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Srila Gurudev once said, talking about Srila Bhaktivinoda, said that we should not be thinking that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is 1 drop less than Srila Rupa Goswami. So that's the manifestation, very special manifestation of Srila Rupa Goswami for us, living entities of 19th, 20th, 21st centuries in different parts of the world. He made everyone eligible to enter the path of bhajan. Everyone. So he's the architect of Gaudiya Math, the house in which everyone can live. Gaudiya Math is ISKCON, same line. A huge, huge sangha of devotees in which everyone can achieve happiness, in which everyone can perform bhajan for eternal bliss of his or her soul. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur was born in 1838 and left this world in 1914. During that time, he made a revolution. He is called Bhakti Bhagirat. Bhagirat was carrying the flow of celestial Ganga in order to save 60,000 of his ancestors from hell. Yeah, so he was going to Ganga Sagar. And in that same way, Ganga appeared as Ganga appeared in the material world. So the flow of bhakti of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in this world. There were 4 critical periods in the history of Vaishnavism. First of all, before the appearance of Mahaprabhu, darkness. Nobody knew what bhakti rasa is. Then after disappearance of Mahaprabhu, a little dark. Then 6 Goswamis. After disappearance of 6 Goswamis, then Prabhutraya, Shyamananda Srinivas, Narottam Das Thakur, after their disappearance. Then the great sun arose again, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and his disciple Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan Prabhu. After their disappearance, 150 years of darkness before the appearance of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So still that Bhaktivinoda Dhara, the flow of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's conception is going on in the form of Gaudiya Math, ISKCON, and many, many sanghas, many pure devotees established the maths, the preaching centers, organizations. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur made possible for us to go deep in the teachings of Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatana Goswami, Srila Jiva Goswami, the Sat Goswamis. Especially through Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, we are entering those scriptures. He knew about the pitiable condition of the jivas of this material world. We have no memory. Manda Sumanda Matayo, Manda Bhagya Padrata. As Parikshit Maharaj heard from Srila Shukadev Goswami in the beginning, all very lazy, devoid of good fortune, not having the ability to know what is good, what is bad, and always disturbed. So that's the condition of the living entities now. So he gave the books in very simple Bengali poetry. Everything is given. So what to say? Next time when we're planning, the seminar on Bhajana-rahasya, so we will glorify Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in the first lecture thoroughly. So Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur has published an introduction to Sri Bhajana-rahasya in the first edition. So he's saying, I remember how my father, Srila Bhaktivinoda, was performing bhajan. He was coming back from work about 8 o'clock, having dinner, going to rest maybe for maximum 2 hours. And he was waking up before midnight. All night he was chanting the holy name and especially writing his books. And when he was chanting, he was remembering shlokas, remembering the verses from scriptures, and he was then recording them. So in the form of Bhajana-rahasya, those verses were recorded. Bhajana-rahasya was published at the time of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura's maturity, like his pivot of his literary work, I think 1901 or 02, some versions differ. So that's one of the last of his books. 1907, he published his Svaniyama Dvadashakam, 12 self-imposed vows. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami published Dashakam. He wrote Dasha at the end. Svaniyama Dashakam, 10 self-imposed vows. What I will be doing forever. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur took those vows, published that book, and went into solitary bhajan, the Babaji Vesh. So at the end, like for the last 6-7 years, he was like that, not doing anything externally. So so Bhajana-rahasya is like ripened fruit of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's bhajan, of his conception. So now Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur was chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And then he was meditating on each of the pairs. You know, there are 8 pairs, 16 names, 8 pairs. And he was meditating also on the Shikshashtaka of Srila Sachinandan Gaurahari, Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. You know that Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu hasn't written a single book. He was always chanting and crying. So, but one time, from his lotus mouth, Shikshashtaka came. So that is his only book, we can say. Actually, Upadeshamrita also from his lotus mouth directly. He was speaking those verses, then Srila Rupa Goswami recorded. But anyway, so he was saying how the verses of Shikshashtaka, the 8 verses of Shikshashtaka, coincide with the pairs of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And how each and every pair of the holy name of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra coincide with the 8 levels of bhajan, from Shraddha to Prema. You remember Shraddha, faith, and Sadhusanga, association with devotees, Bhajana Kriya, process of bhajan, Anartha Nivriti, getting rid of bad qualities, Anarthas, unnecessary qualities. Then Nishta comes, firm faith, Ruchi, great taste, both bhajan and bhajaniya, means the object of bhajan and the process of bhajan. Then asakti means deep attachment for Krishna. Then this is number 7, so thus the path of sadhana bhakti finishes. There are 3 steps in bhakti process: sadhana bhakti, bhava bhakti, prema bhakti. 3. So these 7 levels constitute the path of sadhana bhakti, from shraddha to asakti. Then bhava and prema go as 2 separate stages. So bhava and prema together, that is number 8. Bhava is the first ray of prema, prema suryamsha samyabhak. And then prema, mature, pure love. So that is number 8. So these 8 stages, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur also, they coincide with 8 pairs, and the 8 verses of Shikshashtaka. Now, in the first verse of Shikshashtaka, Cheto Darpanam Arjanam Bhava Mahadavagnya Nirvapanam Shriya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadu Jivanam Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam Sarvatmasnapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtana. Somebody is silent for no reason. You have no right to be silent. That's why you have to memorize Shikshashtaka, at least first verse. So in this first verse, the 7 great results of chanting of the holy name are given. And these 7 results are also included within that circle. I will show you that circle later. I have it in electronic, but only in Russian somehow. In the first edition of Bhajana-rahasya, this scheme was given. In the second, it's not given. I don't know why. Recently I purchased the new edition. It's not there. But in the first edition, there was that circle was there. Very nice circle. One sannyasi of Gurudev Sangha made it, very nicely made. So you can see how it coincides. So 7 great results. Chetudarpana marjanam, purification, cleansing of the mirror of the heart. So that coincides to Shraddha. And also it coincides with, right? Coincides with Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana, Kriya, and Anartha Nivriti. All Chetudarpana marjanam. It's Anartha Nivriti. Shraddha, Sadhusanga, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivriti, one complex within Chetudarpana Marjanam. Then Bhava Mahadavagni Nirvapanam, the extinguishing of the forest fire, severe forest fire of material existence. Bhava Dava Mahadavagni Nirvapanam. That coincides with Nishtha, firm faith. So when pure faith, firm faith is in the heart of a sadhaka, then the fire of material existence already extinguished, because his attention is fully diverted towards Krishna, although being supported all the time by endeavors of intelligence, but still this is the position of a bona fide charioteer. So Nishta, then Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam. So the lotus of good fortune is blossoming. That coincides with the level of ruchi, or from, say, deep taste towards both. The process. Yeah, the process and the object. And then Vidyavadu Jivanam. Vidyavadu. Vidyavadu Jivanam. The holy name is Vidyavadu Jivanam. Vidyavadu means the young bride of Vraj. Who is that? Srimati Radhika. And Jivanam means the life of Srimati Radhika. Who is that? Krishna. So Krishna and the holy name of Krishna are non-different. So Srimati Radhika is always chanting the name of Krishna. The holy name of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, as it sounds in Hare Krishna Mahamantra, was first uttered by Srimati Radhika herself. In separation from Krishna, she was crying and she exclaimed, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. She exclaimed. So the holy name manifested in the world at that moment. So that is asakti. When sadhaka realizes how the name of Krishna is dear to Srimati Radhika. Sai Saki, Shyamanam. Oh Saki, Srimati Radhika is saying to her girlfriend, the name of Krishna is so attractive that, well, when I heard the name of Krishna, I already fell in love. The other person I fell in love with is that flute player. And the other person is the one I saw the picture of, and Chitra painted. So I'm in love with 3 men. And Chitra is saying, don't worry, you're in love with one, Krishna. So the name, flute play, and his image. So much mesmerizing. So then, when Bhava comes, then Anandam Buddhivardhanam. Yeah, the heart of a pure devotee. Already, when Bhava comes, the devotee is PhD, pure humble devotee. So his heart is fully flooded by Ananda, by how to say, ecstatic feeling. Ananda means pleasure, means bliss. So then Bhava goes deeper and deeper and deeper, and goes into very, very deep separation. Because the spurti of Krishna was seen, and after that, Krishna disappears. So the devotee exclaims, Yugayatam nimeshana chakshusha pravrishayatam shunyayatam jagat sarvam govinda virahename. In the footsteps of the gopis, Srimati Radhika, that devotee exclaims, one moment without you is like yugas and yugas. It's like great periods of time, intolerable pain. So that's Bhava leading to Vipralamba Prema, to pure love in separation. So that is Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadhanam. So that nectar becomes more and more mature, Purna, more full and more full at every step. Steps, sadhana is finished. But this is the path from Bhava to Prema. Then devotee takes birth in Krishna Lila, somewhere when Krishna performs his pastimes in some universe, this or other universe where Vrindavan is situated on that planet. Then the devotee takes birth from the womb of gopis, and she is taught by Lalita, Vishaka and others how to render service. So finally, the devotee's prema becomes mature, and the devotee comes up to the 8th stage, which is Sambhoga prema, or prema in meeting. Sarvatmasnapadam. Then the devotee is thoroughly immersed in nectar, thoroughly washed by the waves of great nectar, of prema. So this is the path. This is the path. So we'll hear now how a devotee is going up.
When they take birth in the womb of the gopi, at that point, are they taking birth in their spiritual form, or is this still like material?
Well, this is, we can say spiritual, but still he's like sadhaka in terms of that his prema is getting mature.
But this is his swarup. He's situated in swarup.
Yeah, but must be training,
Right.
Because at Bhava, he is cognizant of his swarup.
Yeah.
But he's still cognizant of this material to some extent, For example, Bilva Mangala, he was on the level of Bhav.
Yeah.
But still he fell. Anyway, it's very, very small, practically no chance. But if you see the map, the chart, how anarthas disappear from Mathurya Kandambini, as Srila Gurudev's, then you can see that aparadhata anarthas, coming from offenses, they maintain till the level of prema, actually, till the level of mature prema. So no necessary, no later. So until prema is not mature fully, then the effect of those anarthas having come from offenses to Vaishnavas still in effect, unfortunately, still in effect. So when you are free from anarthas completely, then pure prema can manifest. Some tinge, some smell is there, some smell is there. So that smell disappears in the association of the gopis, eternally liberated, and then everything is forgotten. Then the devotee enters Lila. So that is described in Jaiva Dharma, one of the last chapters. So in the beginning, Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, in his introduction, he's saying that there are two paths, actually, Archan and Bhajan. Archan is when we take material ingredients, like we take incense, we take lamp, we take water, we take handkerchief, we take chamara, we take feather, yes, peacock feathers. So, and we offer that. That is called archan. But our archan should become bhajan. How? Means pure devotion. The gopis, eternal associates of Radha and Krishna in spiritual world, always singing his glories, Govinda Damodara Madhaviti. But here we also sing. But we sing, we make some sounds with our organs, like pronunciation organs, etc. With our tongue, with our voice. This is called archan. So we sing. This is the altar of Thakuraji, etc. But since we have no material spiritual bodies yet, we're thinking, oh, this altar is made of wood and Thakurajis are from such and such material. We're thinking still, But devotees on pure platform of bhava and prema are not thinking this, not seeing any stavara, any inanimate objects. They see everything spiritual, completely spiritual. So this is called bhajan, pure bhajan. Now we can perform bhajan on the level of sadhana, but this will be still archan until the point when we obtain our spiritual bodies. It will be still a aropa siddha bhakti. You remember we were discussing aropa siddha bhakti, sangha siddha bhakti, swarupa siddha bhakti. Aropa siddha bhakti. Arop means by, how to say, as a label. For example, there's a driver, and that driver all of a sudden becomes a devotee. So he becomes bhakta driver. So he takes his occupational duties and dedicates them to Krishna. Okay, I'm not driving devotees. I'm driving some building materials for the temple. I'm driving books, like this. So he becomes bhakta driver with tilak. It's called Arop Siddha Bhakti. Brilliant. He takes his occupational duties and engages that in Krishna's seva, service. So, but then in association with devotees, which is called Sangha Siddha Bhakti, he becomes pure from anarthas, and he is taught by them how to perform Swarupa Siddha Bhakti, which is Bhakti proper. The third level, Swarupa Siddha Bhakti, means you perform 64 limbs of bhajan. If you want to perform Swarupa Siddha Bhakti, you have to perform those activities from 64. And plus others, for example, printing books, but it's not included in 64. But still, if with full dedication you perform that, that is considered to be also Swarup. Especially pure devotee. He is in his Swarup. His or her. That's why Swarup Siddha Bhakti automatically. But until we reach that level of Bhakti proper, we have to make that transformation from Archan to Bhajan. So Gurudev is saying, actually, there's a book, Confidential Secrets of Bhajan. I'm just looking up. It's a book, Srila Gurudev Srila Narayan Maharaj. How to say, he didn't write it, he spoke. In 1996, when so many Western devotees first came to Vrajanandala Parikrama after the commencement of Srila Gurudev's international tours, he invited everyone. So he spoke a lot in English that year. And that is the synopsis of Srila Gurudev's classes, that Kartik. So Gurudev is saying, Archan is Bhajana Anga, a limb of Bhajan, and also a limb of Uttama Bhakti, pure Bhakti. Most devotees do not know all these deep meanings, because gopis also perform Archan. They offer Chamara, they offer Chamara Dulaire, Chamara Lalita Vishaka, Chamara Dulaire. They're doing Archan, but that Archan is Bhajan. But our Archan is Archan. Whatever we do right now, this is Archan. Because we think, oh, I lost my voice today. I cannot do like this, My voice is not nice today. That's why I cannot sing nicely. No problem. I don't know what voice was Srila Vamshidas Babaji Maharaj having. Probably not so nice. I don't know. But maybe his voice, formerly was not so opera type, let's say. But he was doing bhajan, not singing on stage or anything, but we're like, we have to do archan first. Oh, nice. So when devotee becomes kanishta uttam, then his archan is paka, super. Nice tilak, everything. But he's kanishta, but best of kanishtas. So he's about to become nishtita, go further on to platform of madhyam.
Another liberty stage.
Oh yeah.
Can this only go when we are constantly in association with pure devotee and sadhusanga? Do we have to constantly be absorbed in
Yes.
this for another liberty stage to fully go?
Yeah, it will go very fast, if you're constantly in. I'm so much, in good sense, envious, towards those ladies staying in Krishna Balaram, because they're so dedicated to Didi. Oh my God. I remember some of them from day one, and they are now at such stage higher than me for sure. I mean, they're so dedicated. They forget about their independence. They totally dedicated nicely. So I remember that episode from Javadharma when Babaji Maharaj told, I don't know who that was, the hero of Javadharma, I think Vrajanath. Vrajanath, yeah. Now you have traversed the path of Kanishta, Kanishta Vaishnava, you become Madhyam. He's just saying you become Madhyam. Yeah. One funny episode there when there was a gathering of Vaishnavas, and one young devotee called Nityananda Das asked, "Oh, the respected Vaishnavas, could you please tell me what platform am I on?" So first he asked elderly Babaji, who was Uttama Vaishnava. He said, "Oh, your name is Nityananda Das. It means you have achieved great mercy of Lord Nityananda. So definitely you're Uttama." Because he sees everyone as Uttama. No, Nityananda Das was not satisfied with that. Yes, with due respect to, oh, please, tell me, truly, And another devotee who was Madhyam said, "Oh, please tell me about your symptoms." Okay, doctor has come, Tell me about your symptoms. What do you feel? Pulse. Oh, first I was not having so much attachment for bhajan, but now I have attachment, etc. Oh, means you're Madhyam. You're Madhyam, all right. Bhajan means, like, roughly speaking, in 2 words, Madhyam Adhikar means you cannot live without bhajan anymore. Now we cannot live without our cat, parrot, TV, these things. Cannot live. Flute, whatever. But Madhyam means you forget about that. Because you're situated in bhajan. Flute, not flute. Book, not book. Parrot, not parrot. If parrot, then I remember Krishna anyway. Parrot. Flute, what to speak of flute? Yeah. So, well, if your flute reminds you of Krishna, it's very good. Anyway. So, yes. So then, yes, finishing the answer to Lavanya's question, Guru will ascertain the progress of a devotee. So Srila Gurudev is saying interesting things here. How can we tell whether devotees are performing archan or bhajan? It depends on their qualification. You know that there are 3 levels of devotees, Kanishta, Madhyam, Uttam. Devotees are classified differently according to their adhikara and qualifications. First of all, Prabhupada says that Kanishta adhikari performs archan. No, that's what I was saying. So, but we have to get rid of the Kanishta adhikara thing. Yeah? So, there's a saying, don't be a Kanishta, become Eka Nishta. Eka means one. So become one-pointed. When you become one-pointed, you become Madhyam, and then you become Uttam. But since our intelligence is many-branched, as Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, then we are saying 108 things, and the great last 108th number is Krishna, Is Krishna. But I give Krishna a very honorable number, 108. How about the first 107, Baba? So whatever we do, this is in the line of Krishna, Krishna's seva. Someone may be chanting Harinam, doing Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Ancharanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyamat, Manivedanam, still, unless he has Sambandha Jnana, he's not even Kanishta Dikari. Sambandha Jnana, I understand, knowledge of relationship. That's what Guru, this principle, most important. Even for our new friends, we stress today, hey, people, understand, there are many Hare Krishnas, many Hare Krishnas. And I'm afraid to say most of them, but like many of them don't have any proper understanding who sadhu is and what sadhu sangha is according to that. They call sadhus unqualified people who mislead them, unfortunately. They consider intellectual achievements to be levels of bhakti. No, this is not bhakti. This is jnana, theoretical knowledge. At the table, I can tell you more, live examples. But I mean, Srila Gurudev means here, this is still Archan, but not proper bhajan, with no Sambandha Gyan. This will be called Bhajana Abhas. You wake up in the morning, you go to the bathroom, you go to Mangalarati, you do nice tilak, you do this, you do that, blah, blah, blah. No sadhu sangha is all Bhakti Abhas, all Bhajan Abhas. Abhas means shadow, semblance. So you achieve anything but not Krishna Prema. Anything you can. You can become temple president. You can become a demigod. You can become a rich man. Gurudev was joking. You can make easy money by Nama Aparad. Easy money. Can come, just chant Hare Krishna. You want money. Wish fulfilling tree, Hare Krishna Mahamandra can give you, anything you want. So just bring some grains for Giriraj. What's that? Annakuta Day. You will not have any deficiency in anything. But that's not the goal. So we are, heard warning from Srila Gurudev, don't allow yourself to get cheated like that. So we understand how fortunate we are, how fortunate. What sadhu sangha, what type of sadhu sangha we have achieved? Sadhguru after thousands of lifetimes. Thousands. Millions. Yeah. Hogs, dogs, all those. Demigods, presidents, rich people, musicians, anyone, but then devotee of Krishna. Yes, it's a bit painful. Yes, monkeys are biting. Yes, sadhus having knives. You nonsense. What doing? Like this? Very good, very good. So I remember one Facebook post by one, niece of mine, spiritual niece. Some of those who came, I remember from day one, just 5 years ago she came. Maybe 7 years ago, started chanting. But anyway, in Vrindavan, she found herself 5 years ago. So recently she turned 30 and she wrote, oh, I could imagine that at the age of 30, I would become a nun, in Vrindavan, nun in Vrindavan. So wonderfully, nice. Sometimes it's not easy, she's writing. Sometimes it's not easy. That's what I remember. You have to pay a little bit, some inconvenience, living with mice, sleeping on the floor and some not very fresh with a sleeping bag, etc. Not luxury, but spiritual, really luxury. You can obtain some, you can get some instructions from a sadhu. You're shocked by those instructions. Shocked, like completely opposite what I was thinking. Yes. So I remember when darshan was Srila Gurudev, one of my first darshans. I went to Holland, then I met Indubhushan Prabhu. At that time, we became friends. But anyway, 2000, yeah, it was 2000, summer festival, and got the Gurudev's darshan. And I got Gurudev's darshan. Gurudev says, oh, who are you? How are you? When did you receive Harinam, etc., etc.? And I told one senior brahmachari, I said that I didn't get what I wanted. Yes, you didn't, he said, yes, you didn't get what you wanted, but you got what had to be. You got what you had to get. Yeah, what you needed. What you needed. You got what you needed. So sadhu gives us what we need. So when we understand that, we stop our kanishta adhikara. Because being kanishtas, we want to fulfill our desires. Because we are, as we say, the abdomen of the earth in Russian. Pub zemli means the abdomen of the earth. Thinking I'm the, practically comandante del mundo, commander of the earth. So everything is around me and for me. The Kanishta is thinking like this. So I have to fulfill my desire. Why didn't Gurudev see my achievements? I brought him the book. I brought him a book. And Gurudev said, okay, not too much, like, okay, very good. Relax. Relax, the magic word. Okay, no problem. Just be nice, bhakta, like one devotee to Srila Swami Maharaj Prabhupada. Maharaj, Prabhupada, I'm most fallen. I'm most fallen. You are not most anything. You are just insignificant. That's a very good, proper position. Religion is proper adjustment. Srila Bhakti Rakshak. So be adjusted properly in order to take your position of insignificant. Bhakta, okay, so clean the floor, no problem. Thakuraji will see, become happy with you. Then Thakuraji may notice you like this. That is to say, paraphernalia that he uses in his service are all of this world, and he's also in this world. So mind is also in this world. That is Kanishta Adhikara. But we have to finish that Kanishta Adhikara. How? By service in the intimate mood. When your service to your Guru becomes Vishramba, Guru Seva, means intimate, then you become qualified for Madhyama Adhikara and higher. Who is Gurudev? Eternal maidservant of Srimati Radhika. Whatever he speaks, Srila Rupa Goswami speaks. Gurudev was saying, today I didn't speak, Srila Rupa Goswami spoke like this. Great members of Guru Parampara, they are speaking. They are situated there in the altar, so we're going towards them. By doing what? By cleaning the floor. Some menial seva, going to the market, cleaning paraphernalia. I'm so envious, I'm seeing them. They're going to the market like young gopis. I'm meeting them, young gopis coming from the market. That's so realistic. And they're in the kitchen, they're cutting veggies, they're cleaning paraphernalia, everything. It's kunja, seva, actually. So how to realize that? How to stop having a vision that it's an ordinary work, dust, cockroaches, those things. How to get rid of that material vision? By Vishramba Guru Seva, intimate. It said one has to become a dog of his Guru. It's very high, We didn't say to our new friends today that you're supposed to become dogs now. No, we didn't say. But Prabhupada Swami Maharaj said one time during initiation by giving neck beats, now you're my dog, he said. Yes, to a devotee. In memories. His memories, Prabhupada nectar. It was, now you are my dog. Like this, he said. So it's... So... Maryada Mule Bhagavata Seva Archana. Still, this is the introduction of Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur to Bhajana-rahasya. So Gurudev is just reading. Maryada or etiquette means acting with reverence, according to regulations and standards, and not transgressing the laws. My Gurudev is so high, so exalted. My Gurudev is somewhere far away in Vrindavan. I'm sitting in my London or vicinity and doing my seva. That is the ordinary thinking of a devotee. That is called archan. That is good. That is maryada, etiquette. But this is not intimate seva. What is intimate seva? So this is Aishwarya Jnana in the beginning. Sambandha Jnana of such a devotee Is Aishwarya Jnana means based upon awe and reverence. My Gurudev is so great, I am so low, my Gurudev is far in Vrindavan and I am here. Thinking like this. But the more devotee thinks, what my Gurudev is doing now and what I'm doing for him, the deeper he thinks on these subjects, the closer he is to Gurudev. Once there was a devotee, a very shy lady in Birmingham. When there was a temple in Birmingham, Gaur Govinda Gaudiya Math was the first temple of Srila Gurudev outside of India. So they started distributing books on book tables, talking to people, writing down contacts like this. Nice. So she was very shy, but she bravely went to the street, and she was one of those distributors at the book table. And she was doing serious bhajan, actually. Every morning, she was singing for Srila Gurudev, like 2 hours. Ashtakas and everything. But she was too shy, like voice is very silent. I remember that devotee. But Gurudev approached her during one festival. So she was too shy to approach Gurudev, but Gurudev approached her. And he said, I hear every morning how you sing for me. That is called Sambandha. That is called already Vishramba Seva. If Guru admits, you want to be close to me, I admit that. I accept you. So that is great achievement. So that's what devotee thinks. Properly speaking, the Kanishta Adhikari only has the Adhikar to perform Archan, not Bhajan. Sometimes we refer to Archan as if it were Bhajan, but it's not, it's Archan. So, as devotee progresses and realizes more Siddhanta, more philosophical principles, his sense of awe and reverence becomes less prominent. What does it mean? That Siddhanta is not a dry type of information. No. This is life. That's why Gurudev was drilling us on Siddhanta, just drilling, drilling. We have to understand that is totally spiritual. We have to understand that is coming from Mahaprabhu, and it means coming from Shri Radha and Krishna through our gurus. That is a live flow of conception. Vicharadhara, the flow of conception. So when you study Siddhanta, you have to know that this is a live flow of conception. So please, especially young devotees, have some plan. Which verses to study? Study constantly every day. Aradhya Bhagavan, they already gave you homework. So Gurudev was drilling us, had to stop anyone at any time. What is bhakti? You tell. What is bhakti? Anya Vilasita Shunyam Gyana Karma Dinavrita. Oh, one example about your Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj. One god brother of mine was sitting on a train from Jagannath Puri to Vrindavan, to Mathura. And he went to the bathroom, And just on the way to the bathroom, one of the last seats closer to the bathroom, Srila Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Maharaj was going in an ordinary coach, like sleeper, second class sleeper. And he stopped in Dandavat Pranam Maharaj. And before he was reading a newspaper for 2 hours, Times of India. 2 hours was studying a newspaper, what's going on, politics, this, that. There was no internet at the end of the 90s. So Srila Puri Maharaj saying, sit down. The devotees sat down. So what is bhakti? Tell me. What can you tell me? Anya Bilasita Shunyam Gyana Karma Dhanavritam Anukulyana Krishnano Shilanam Bhakti Ruttama. Okay, what else do you know? Sarva Padivirnir Muktam Tatparatvena Nirmanam Hrishikeshna Hrishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruttama. What else do you know? Savepum Samparodharmam Bhakti Ratokshajit Haitukya Pratihayata Atma Subratidmet Prasiddhati. Some key verses about Bhakti, what is bhakti? So Srila Puri Maharaj said, now go, sit and practice. That was it. That was the conversation. Now go, sit and practice means don't read Times of India. No need. Although, when Srila Puri Maharaj was having Vyasa Puja once, they were doing his puja and everything, Padya, Archana, everything. He was reading the newspaper. He was reading the newspaper. Because for him, it doesn't matter what to read. Like, it's not a distraction. Because he's in his Swarup. Swarup Siddha Bhakti. But where, what? Arop Siddha Bhakti, I'm Bhakti Joe. I'm such and such Das, So I have to fight with my anarthas. I have to... Oh, okay, put down the mobile, put down. No, I'm reading Shastra. Okay, then keep. What, I'm watching movie, throw. Like Didi saying, computer, throw. One devotee came to Didi and said, Didi, I want to learn video editing. Computer, throw. Didi, but I really want to learn, it's essential, video editing. Computer, throw. But short conversation, like, okay, so from Archan to Bhajan, that's the path. And intimate relationships. So you can serve Sri Guru, you can become mother of Sri Guru, you can become brother of Sri Guru. Guru can become even your beloved. Once, there's a phenomenal letter by Srila Bhaktivedanta Vamana Goswami Maharaj to his disciple about the confidential aspects of Guru Seva. Sri Guru, confidential aspects. So Guru can be a pati even, like a wife or husband, like this, even up to that level. So those are the fruits of Vishramba Guru, Vishrambena Guru Seva, very, very intimate relationship to Sri Guru. Gurudev can become your like child, you're feeding him like mother, giving medicine, etc. Very deep bhajan. So the third item of Srila Rupa Goswami's list of 64 items of bhajan is Priti Purvaka Guru Seva. Priti Purvaka means imbued with love, not neutral at all. Even if you try to serve so hard, from all of your heart, and Gurudev said, you rascal, you get lost. Great blessing means pushing your anarthas away. It's come again, and don't get distracted, and serve again, and serve. Sometimes he will stroke you, sometimes he will beat you. Like there's a Vaishnava, simultaneously soft as a rose and hard as a thunderbolt. So free from awe and reverence, then awe and reverence will go. So awe and reverence should go. So when will bhakti become bhajan? Archan is performed with gross physical body and subtle mental body. It means that a particular mood and mentality connected with gross and subtle bodies is still more or less there. But in bhajan, the devotee's particular mentality and physical conditioning are diminishing, and sambandha jnana and aprakata, transcendental mood, are becoming more prominent. Terribly important, these words. Every word here is very, very important. So aprakata mood means transcendental mood is becoming more prominent. So you're not far away from spurti, spurti? Transcendental vision of your eternal service. Mahat sangama mahatyam evaitat paramadbukam kritartoyana vipraso sadyabhuttat svarupavat. Gopakumar was instructing his disciple Brahman from Mathura in Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Srila Sanatana Goswamis. Gopakumar told Gopakumar the story, Mathura Brahman, the story of his travels in material world, in spiritual world, how he came to Krishna, everything he told. Mathura Brahman was listening, but Gopakumar understood that he's lacking some understanding, he's lacking some intelligence. So he did what? put his hand on Mathura Brahman's head. That was it. Momentarily, Mathura Brahman became, as his guru, cowherd boy. And his name became Jana Sharma. And Gopakumar's spiritual name is Swarupa. That's Swarupavat. So he became like his guru, Swarupavat. Sadhya Bhut. Immediately, he achieved sadhya, perfection. By one hand put on head. That's it. So we have to have faith. Shri Guru is able to do that. Shri Guru's mercy. But on very, very high level, certainly. Like if you're completely sincere. If you're foolish, non-intelligent, no harm. Just be completely sincere. That's it. So, when devotees like Rupa and Sanatana perform bhajan, then they're not cognizant of their sadhaka bodies. Sometimes they are, again. But this is our future. So, when our Atma becomes situated totally in Seva, then our spiritual body manifests. That's the moment when Archan becomes bhajan, actually. But preliminary stages on the level of Madhyama, Dikara, Rucha, Sakti, these things also, brewing, becoming mature. So, we mentioned this verse in the story of Srila Bhaktivinoda Puri Maharaj. Sarvapadi vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam hrishikena hrishikesha sevanam bhaktiruttama. So after Anyabilasida Shunyam Shlok, the next one in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is this. Sarvapadi vinirmuktam. So we have to be freed from all upadis, means all designations. Like man, woman, like pure, impure, all those things, good, bad, all those things. Free. How? By Vishrambena Guru Seva, by pure, selfless service to Sri Guru. Then we will be able to serve the Lord of the senses, Hrishikesha. By Hrishikena, by our senses, we will be able. Sarvapadi vinirmuktam. Then we will see the moods of Srila Gurudev and how the moods of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Gaurkishore Das Babaji, Vamshidas Babaji, and other devotees are manifested in him. That is the same flow, same vicharadhara, same flow of conceptions. So, Srila Prabhupada, the author of these words, while also performing Archan, he established many mats. He was instructing his disciples how to perform Archan. He was performing Archan himself. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami also performed Archan, but we shouldn't think that their Archan is like ours. Whatever they do in their spiritual bodies. So when a Kanishta sees Thakuraji, deity, Kanishta thinks, oh, that is like representation of Krishna. Krishna is there and deity is here. He's saying like this. So the deity, I offer material ingredients. I have to be accurate, I have to do this and that, be pure, be diligent in my seva. But on the level of Madhyam, understanding comes that is actually Krishna. That is actually Krishna, but theoretical. No practical realization. But on the level of Uttam, that is de facto Krishna. That is factically Krishna. So my seva is according to his position, Krishna, So who am I for Krishna? He knows who he is. So according to that, Radha and Krishna. So Archan is actually seva, but when Archan becomes mature, it becomes bhajan, and then it becomes seva, bona fide seva. The real conception of seva comes. So then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur summarized all those things in Bhajana-rahasya. Also, what I forgot to say in the beginning, the 8 periods of Ashtakaleya Lila, the eternal pastimes of Shri Radha and Krishna in the spiritual world, coincide with the 7 great results, 7, you can count 8, and of chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, 8 verses of Shikshashtaka, 8 levels of bhajan, and 8 pairs of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So the first level is Nishanta, means Nisha Anta. Nisha means night, Anta means end. When the sun starts to rise, mature sadhakas meditate on Nishanta Lila, means the Lila of the end of night. The divine couple is still lying on their flower bed in tight embrace. And then one of the parrots shouting, Jatila, Jatila, Jatila is coming. But Jatila means the rays of the sun. So Srimati Radhika is not understanding that it's the rays of the sun. She was thinking Jatila is coming. So immediately she jumps and starts preparing to leave. Then the Sakis, Manjaris, serve the divine couple at the end of night. They're preparing the departure. Krishna goes to Nandangaon, Radhika to Yavat. So that's what the mature sadhaka meditates, Jatarati, because his rati has matured. And Ajatarati sadhaka, whose rati is not matured yet, is meditating on. What's that? Please bestow your merciful glance. We'll sing in the morning. Ekoro Prabhu Jagatera Prati Jaguka Hridaya Mora Sumangalarati. Please awaken in my heart. Sumangalarati means all auspicious attraction for the divine couple, for Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. So we pray for that. The first step of bhajan is that is Shraddha, and together also up to Anartha-nivriti Bhajana Kriya. Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, and Anartha-nivriti, all included in that. So the verses Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur collected are meant directly for those devotees situated on particular levels. Like for myself, for example, I know this is level 1, level 2 max. So first 2 yamas to memorize. Certainly we hear so many shlokas about Srimati Radhika, Radha Dasyam, Radha Seva, all those things. We meditate on that during Kartik. It is our vision projection, but like to be down to earth is very good. So what level we're actually at, we have to know. So those corresponding verses, very important for us to learn. Actually, verses of Bhajana-rahasya are given for learning. We have to learn verses, many verses, and operate like this. Then the circle starts moving, this circle. Otherwise, we're just in one condition. Like we were speaking today, like, oh, so many years, I'm in the same condition, same anartha, same, because you're not working in Bhajana-rahasya. The devotee can be very, very educated, knowing many languages, many skills, managerial skills, this, that. But if you're arguing with his guru all the time, then that's main aparadha, So that's, why am I not progressing? Because you're arguing with your guru all the time. You're thinking you're so terribly intelligent, more intelligent than your guru. That's a tragedy. So the system is very, very simple, It works instantaneously. If you come simple as a child, a bit stupid, no harm. Without thinking, this is a sect created for stupids, I don't want to be stupid. I want to be intelligent. PhD, this, that. Person becomes stuck. Then it can be lifetimes upon lifetimes upon lifetimes. So just escape that. Be simple, open-hearted. Full means full. First, you have to feel yourself a complete fool before your guru. First, a complete fool. Then you become Phul, and Phul means flower. So Gurudev can then take you, if you understand you're Phul, then you become good Phul, then can take you as a flower and offer it to Guruji. Otherwise, if you have some bugs of false ego, like I'm this, I'm that, also, Gurudev is big, but I'm also not small. How can be offered, with such a bug, Thakuraji will never look even. So we have to be free from that. Okay, today's class, last class, is not so long because you have to depart, unfortunately. And soon we'll meet in London and the wonderful Wales to see the other part of your isles, whatever that's called, the other part of your sea. Today I saw British English Sea. First time I saw, not first time, in Brighton I saw one day. But like southern side of the English Sea, very interesting. Bahut dilchaspi, very interesting. But the western side is waiting. So see, Irish Sea, very modern. Never seen. Interesting. Where is wind blowing more? So we were almost blown by the wind today with the Simpru, like just being carried away. People were experimenting, like, will I fly? Will I be driven or not? Yeah. But if you don't want to be blown, then you have to walk sideways a bit. Then they cut through. Right. But we wish to be blown by the transcendental tide, taken by transcendental tide of conceptions of Sri Gaura emanating from Sri Guru's lotus mouth. So we are open like this. We're not sideways, showing some mudras, I'm great. No, not showing. Just like this, standing, embracing like this. Then you are carried very nicely. Shri Bhajana-rahasya ki jai, Shri Rupanuga Gaudiya Guru Varga ki jai, Paramaraditam Guru Padma ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Thank you very much, dear devotees at Chandrika Kunj. That's been a very wonderful festival, mini festival, with both public programs and home programs. Unexpected evening, nice, intimate discussions. So it was very sweet. Thank you very much for your mood and for hospitality and everything. We are old friends and have old history, so it should continue. Wish you very nice programs with our new friends we met at the public programs. They're from around, all of them are from vicinity. So online, Haribol.
Yes, offered and everything.
Jao, Dindavat Pranam. Take something is coming, okay? Something is coming from Thakuraji. Have to accept. Radhe Radhe. Jai Ho, Jai Ho. So short kirtan and then Arati.
Sadhu Maharaj ki jai.
Shri Sachidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai, Rupanuga Gaudiya Guru Varga ki jai, Paramaraditam Guru Padma ki jai, Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. Premanande Hari Haribo. So see you again, to electronic listeners. See you again tomorrow. Broadcast from London. So there will be programs in London at Sundarana Prabhu's place, and there will be 4 days, 25th to 28th, evening programs. We'll announce about broadcast tomorrow. Hare Krishna, Gaur Premanande.